Good afternoon and welcome to Berthon. This afternoon we're going to be taking a look at ISONDA. She's a new listing here at Berthon, lying in the water with us at our marina in Lymington, and she is a year 2003 build Horizon 62. So Horizons were built in Taiwan by a company called Vision Yachts. And as you can see, she's a large, powerful flybridge GRP cruising yacht. She's in her first ownership from new. She's been here with us at Berthon Marina for a very good long time. Engines were last serviced in spring 2018. She had a full all-over superstructure and hull polish in late 2018. She's very well up together, still fully in commission here and lying in the water. So we'll take a quick look around her. The first thing to notice is the quality of A1, the stainless steel work, and B, the mouldings. So the hull is moulded from scrimp, which is a resin transfer moulding. So it gives you an extremely clean transfer from the mould, and this results in a very high quality moulding. Just starting on her bathing platform, which is laid to teak, we can see that she has access through the crew heads and aft triple cabin into the engine room, which we'll look at a little later. And looking around, we have a full enclosure around her aft cockpit. So this again laid in good quality teak. There's an escape hatch and access hatch into the aft cabin. And as said earlier, the stainless steel is over gauge. It's all properly polished, so no duff, burrs or joints in it. Just walking around the side decks, which are kept in non-slip for ease of maintenance. There's a large foredeck area on top of the forward VIP cabin, opening deck hatch and sun pad, and a large Maxwell 3.5 kilowatt electric windlass. Large wraparound Venturi screens on the flybridge, radar arch, and the rib on this is carried right on the aft end of the flybridge. And we have a single pantographing access door straight into the helm station on the port side. As you can see, lights in the overhangs, full enclosure around here, and a really comfortable aft sofa. Access up to the flybridge is on a moulded curved stair. And we also have a third set of controls just located with a spare VHF, bow and stern thruster controls, and main Caterpillar engine controls also. So here we are looking into the main saloon. These Horizons are elementally custom built to order, so each has a slightly different setup and layout depending on owner specification. But on the starboard side, just on the right as you open the door, we have the AC controls for electrics. This is the 240 panel. Above it we have a 24 volt DC panel system. So this is dealing with lights, pumps, etc. on board. All very easy and simple to access. Plenty of storage all throughout. As you can see, it's a good, solid hardwood interior. Nicely matched doors right way through on the grain. There's an AV setup in here for TV for the saloon. All really nicely built. Plenty of air and light coming in through the aft doors. We've also got high gloss interior joinery throughout the vessel. So the main galley is over to the starboard side. Helm Console is over to port. We also have extra space for glasses. And looking around, we have the pantographing door for side deck access, and then there's extra refrigeration space under this countertop here. So it's a really sociable area, nicely split up. Plenty of volume, plenty of storage space. This is the main galley. So it's all electric cooking on board. We've got an Onan 13.5 kVA gen set for cooking and electricals when offshore. Dishwasher is fitted. There's a large standalone fridge freezer, sink towards the forward end, and of course plenty of light coming in here. So moving over to the Helm Console, you can see we've got these large forward-facing screens, twin helm bench, then mainly Ray Marine, CCTV, autopilot, wind, Navtex. She's ABT TRAC stabilised, and this is main switching for navigation, all on a 24-volt circuit with droppers. The cats have these MMDS screens for all digital control, fuel flow, revs and engine data. And extremely good access, storage and sight lines right the way through. Really nicely trimmed with white headlining throughout. This nice honey interior. So moving forward into main accommodation, we've got 7 steps down onto the level. Looking aft, so left there, that takes you down into the master suite. We have a laundry cupboard to the left, which we'll look at in a moment. Main forward VIP double cabin, and there's a side cabin with 2 bunks on the starboard side. So as you can see, plenty of space for long-term periods spent on board. Indesit washer dryer in that cupboard, and then this is the forward cabin, so a centerline double, nicely raised up, plenty of light coming in, lots of ventilation with these opening port lights, an intercom setup, independent air conditioning controls, and this boat is also equipped with Eberspacher diesel hot air heating, so she can suit both northern and Mediterranean climes. So far only really used in the UK. So we have an ensuite just round to port, vacuum flush heads, large walk-in shower stool, heated towel rails, smart tiled floors, and again nice joinery touches throughout. Made in Taiwan by Vision Yachts. So that's the forward VIP ensuite. We'll go back here into this twin cabin. So we have an upper level bunk, a lower level bunk, a couple of opening port lights, really good sized heads, large hanging locker. Sorry, we need a light for this one. And then forward we have another ensuite cabin. So we've got the 3 main cabins forward are ensuite, and also the aft crew cabin, which is a triple, is ensuite. Vacuum flush heads, large showers, plenty of light, space and ventilation, all really nicely put together. So now we'll leave this starboard guest cabin, head back down through the central corridor, and we have a full beam midships cabin. So the main double berth is offset at an angle onto the port side. 3 large windows through the hull, forward ones are opening on each side. Just spinning around, we've got the main WC and shower, plenty of storage in here. Writing and dressing table over to the starboard side with a desk, plenty of storage here, large hanging locker, a large offset berth. So this boat has been comfortably cruised by her present family owners all around the south coast of the UK who've enjoyed her sea keeping. I sold a sister ship a few years ago, very tough hull, full planing with the engines that she's got in her. She's good for around about 24 knots with relaxed cruising in the high teens. And this is the owner's ensuite. So shower stall here, just forward and to the right. Again, tiled floor, vacuum flush loos. A really comfortable, airy and bright owner's cabin. So we'll leave the lower deck now up onto the main saloon deck. As you can see, plenty of lighting throughout, valance lighting dispersed and courtesy. Teak and holly floors in the majority of these cabins underneath this carpeting also. So this is the aft cockpit, large 3 or 4 person sofa and table. Teak lead treads up to this enormous flybridge area. So fully open on this boat, plenty of wraparound seating, central console with everything that you have down below. Double helm seat, and then we've got a wet bar over to the port side with barbecue, etc. Large dinghy crane, open array radar. This is the wet bar area here. Again, really nice touches. Horizon put these beautiful steering wheels on single spoke. You can close down this cover just to save any burn on the instruments on the flybridge. You have a really commanding position at the helm, looking forward. Nice single lever controls on the engines, so the boats are extremely easy to move in close confines. And this is that 4-metre rib with the 50 horse outboard on her. And as you can see, all kit on top of the radar arch for navigation. So this hatch down from the fly can be shut tight. A little bit more storage here. We'll walk down onto the bathing platform with hidden swimming ladder, etc. We'll walk through this aft shower and heads area. And down into this triple cabin. So we have a large double berth raised over to starboard. Again, independent controls in here. Massive storage lockers underneath, fully louvered and vented. Really nice quality kit, both in terms of joinery, door locks and main hardware. Single berth over to the port side. And then we have a watertight dog latch door with main engine space. Really neatly here we've got locations of pumps, batteries, etc. and a fuel flow diagram from your main fuel tanks. It's very light and bright with really good 240 and DC lighting in here. A pair of Caterpillar C18s rated at 1000 horsepower. And these have pulled roughly 1400 hours and as said last major service in spring 2018. ZF gearboxes, fuel filtration at the forward end against the bulkhead. Excellent forced ventilation here as well to keep this cool underway. That's the cat badge on the top. Moving aft, really nicely braced exhausts and that big genset at the back end, 13.5 kVA, and this was in fact installed in 2014. So it's run underneath 500 hours to date. Fuel tanks port and starboard. We have sight tubes on each. Very good access to all parts here. Firebuoy fire safety system and main isolators are up here on this forward bulkhead. So we can switch off and isolate engines. Duplex fuel transfer filters. The main raw water intakes are just forward of the engine mounts. So easy access to all service points. And the good reliable performance that you get from TRAC. No obvious oil leaks underneath the sumps. All white painted out. Batteries underneath in this battery box. Looking around to port, we have main AC pumps and handlers. Compressors are mounted up here. More pumps over on this side to starboard, and the main engine exhausts. Again, more compressors on the port side. Hot water cylinder. Intercoms throughout the boat. Really nicely insulated engine room. So just to recap, we're on a year 2003 Horizon 62. She was built by Vision Yachts. She's called ISONDA. She's on the market with Berthon now. Many thanks for watching.